still surprising.
Yeah, I was going to say, are we going to try harder tonight?
I mean, you never know. It could happen.
I don't think it's about getting paid.
I think as long as nobody gets fully naked, we'll be fine. So
I got electrical tape. We can make pasties.
I can edit shit on this.
Put the dot on there.
We got the OnlyFans account still, don't we?
Yep.
Yeah.
But everybody else has to make one because I have to get release forms from everybody else for anybody to be in it.
I'm good. We did that.
So as of
yesterday.
right now, she can be in it. And I still got to get. I got the release form for the one deal. I didn't realize there was two separate ones, so I got to get one, an actual full. That way, anything that's posted with your deal in it is there.
But you got to admit, if that was an episode you had to edit and to use the little dot, it'd be a whole lot more fun this time than it was last time.
It'd be way more fun to edit this episode, for sure. Because the last thing I had to edit was just him getting a fucking manzillion, so it was just shots of his dick that I was having to fucking try to edit out.
Who did it? Who did it?
My friend Cameron that works at the Curl House.
Oh.
Yeah.
How was it for you?
It was weird. It was very weird.
I mean, was it painful?
A little bit, yeah.
Oh, a little bit.
Parts of it where you could definitely tell.
It was, and the reason I say that is it was not as painful as I expected.
It's like an outer body experience when they start fucking ripping that hair out. Like, literally, let me tell you, I got a situation. It was, because I normally go into the shop, right? And, my dumb ass is walking in Walmart, and I'm over there trying to grab some shaving cream, and before you know it, I'm like, hey, what's that fancy new little wax kit? I think I'm going to grab that and try it at home. So, keep in mind, it's been 2 months since I've done anything downstairs.
Jeez.
2 months!
Wow.
You know why? Because I'm trying to dye it pink, okay?
Okay.
I need some strips and trying to dye it pink to match upstairs. So, I get home and I'm like, it's been long enough. I'm fixing to do this because I was going to dye my hair the other day. So I take it and I go heat this wax and I put this wax on. And I leave myself this nice pretty little strip. Start to peel that shit off. Before you know it, I'm sweating uncontrollably. Tears are coming down my fucking eyeballs. And I'm like sitting there going, ooh, and that's just like the very upper part of my leg right here. I got this much down, and I'm like, Mind you, I'm not from Lawton, okay? So I can't just call my sister and be like, hey, sis, can you come over and help me with this?
You come jerk this off
I need
for
your
me.
help.
Yeah.
Pulling this off real fast.
So I'm sitting there, and I'm literally just sweating and going, oh, my God, I don't know who to call. So I call her Mama Kim. She's like a 55-year-old bartender that works with me. I'm like, hey, this will all go great. She's going to come over and just help me. I call her. I'm like, hey, Mama, what you doing? She's like, it's my birthday. I was like, perfect. You want to come and help me? She's like, do what? I was like, I don't know if I want to tell you. I said, I'm sitting here, my cooter's waxed. Can you come and help? And so she apparently had a roommate. Her roommate, she's seen me in the bar a couple times, and she's like, yeah, I'll come and help. I can literally hear her fucking jumping up and down. What I got? You can hear her jumping. I can call her right now, and she will tell you. You will hear the excitement in her voice. But apparently she threw on her pants and a shirt, no panties, no bra. She was that excited to come over. And apparently, evidently, Mama Kim was recording it because she sent me the video later. But I'm there dying. That shit it's so painful. It's very painful. He's like, no, it wasn't that bad. I'm like, fuck, no, that was painful. I'm going to the shop. It's like, because they do one little strip at a time when you go in. Nope, it was all, and she was like ripping. I'm like, ah!
Yeah, it's like that I can definitely see being...
It was bad. Oh, bad. Never again.
He got some from his balls on his calf, so he had a matching spot.
Yeah, a little wax.
Flinged it in his calf, and then she had to get it again.
When she jerked it off, it would up on the inside of
All
her calf.
right, look, Harold, this is the porn episode. I'm going to need you to rephrase everything involved with jerking stuff off. Because you've said
how
it like
much
4
did
times
y'all
already.
actually watch?
Yes, I have.
I've watched all of it.
No, I'm saying, how much of my personal life have y'all actually watched?
Oh, yeah. Well,
There's that.
I've seen all of it too many fucking times. Too many goddamn times.
No
Tink Tinks to
Here we go.
getting your fucking shit waxed in the porn episode.
Let's do the porn
Tink
episode.
you, I'll tink the her and him,
Yeah,
and then make tinks
I can
all the
reach.
way
I can
down.
reach. Come on, I can reach. Oh,
Yeah.
there we go. Landed.
Oh, shit.
Good old fireball.
Now we really are back.
I mean, and it kind of goes right along with the story that was just told.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
Because it was definitely spicy.
right.
Just be
Fire
prepared next
crouch
Tuesday. That's what I'm
and
bringing. They fucking.
Next Tuesday is that's what you're bringing.
Y'all, I missed that.
The real fireball.
All right.
I assume the bottle we're pouring out of is called Fireball.
Yeah.
Well, we do have a guest.
Yay.
Miss Kakes. Angeline, if you know her personally. Kakes, if you know her from the interwebs. So, why don't you tell us a little bit about yourself, and then we'll see if we can get into some questions to make everybody uncomfortable.
Well, that's what I aim for most of the time in my life. Anyhow, my name is Angeline Lancaster. I am from Dickinson, North Dakota. I've lived throughout the country and landed up here in Oklahoma approximately about a year ago. And I don't think, honestly, there'd probably be another place on this planet I'd rather call home. I like it here. I really do. I'm a bartender over at the Zoo in Lawton. And yeah, that's about my day life, my night life. When I'm not fucking sleeping.
Here it comes.
Yeah.
Here it comes.
When I'm not sleeping, I don't even know what terminology I can use because we're on the internet right now. But I'm an online adult entertainer. And I've done that, oh hell, since my divorce, actually, about 6 years ago. It started, my children introduced me to the OnlyFans. And had no idea what it was.
What? Wait a minute.
What was that?
Like, I had no idea what it was. Not a clue. We're sitting at a restaurant with my 17-year-old, and at the time I think it was my 14-year-old daughter.
Well, that explains it.
Yeah.
The 17-year-old boy.
No, my daughters.
Oh, your daughters.
Yeah.
Okay, gotcha.
Sitting there with my daughters, and they were like, how come you just don't do OnlyFans? I'm like, what's that? So my daughter pulls up a video, and I was like, huh. I was like, I didn't know that was possible. So then that's when I started doing my research, and I was on, before I moved down here, I was on 77 different adult entertainment sites. That was my full-time job. I was actually managing a parts store like Advanced Auto. Quit that, and I was just online doing my thing. Yeah, that's about how that works.
Cool.
Nice.
So I'm just starting to get back into it because...
Means there's hope for me yet.
Yeah. No, I just started to get back into it because at the time when I was up in North Dakota, it's kind of a long story short here. My ex-husband, he came to me and he said, we didn't talk for about 2 years after my divorce. And he said, I want to have sex again. And I said, that's not going to happen. So he literally threw $5,000 on the table and he said, I would like to have sex one more time. I said, it's not going to happen. He looked at me kind of disgusting, little angry. I'm like, what? It's not going to happen. So he left the house, came back in, threw another $5,000. He said, there's 10 grand. I said, how about you don't touch me and you just record me? How does that work? And that's how that worked. He would pay me $1,000 a video, a 3-minute video. Don't take me long, okay?
Right.
So he would pay me $1,000 a video, buy my attire, toys, whatever I needed, or to meet his wants or needs, and that's how it all began. Yep.
Well, all right.
It's the exact opposite of a villain origin story.
Right.
No, he's still my best friend. Like I said, we just didn't work out because he's an abusive alcoholic, but he's a good guy. Until he started drinking Captain Morgan. Don't choke over there, don't choke.
I'm not going to snurby beer, but...
He's a good guy until he drinks Captain and he beats the shit out of me.
Right, I was like, wow.
Then he's an asshole.
I mean, I've had many broken bones from him, but that's, the past. Anyhow,
That's all water under the bridge.
yeah, so no, I'm excited because I'm like in Lawton, Oklahoma, and I can do my own thing now. I don't have a man going, nah, 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 nah. Like, I don't want you to do this, you can't do that, and whatever. So I'm excited. About 3 weeks ago, I decided, you know what, I'm going to jump back on there. However, I didn't realize that now from when OnlyFans first began and when I jumped on it, you didn't have to have like release requests and you didn't have to have permissions and all that stuff from any videos you put on there. Mm-hmm. Now you do. Now
every
they
single
regulate
one.
it.
Every single time. Yep.
So it's been a little bit difficult because most people that I know that I want to interact with and record with, they don't have OnlyFans or they're not willing to go, out and broadcast themselves to the world. So it's been kind of a setback for me, but
I think that's funny because for like most men, like recording what you do, is one of the fantasies. It's like I want to record it so I can watch it later. It's like, okay, well, record it, watch it later, get paid for it too.
right, exactly.
Yeah.
High five. High five.
I mean,
that and
why not?
I've seen a whole lot worse than this
Right.
on OnlyFans.
I've seen a whole
Seriously.
lot worse in general. People that have made money than anybody sitting here.
Yeah.
Like you
So-
could combine all of us and Gorlock the Destroyer, and there has been worse that's out there that are making that's making money.
You know who Gorlock the Destroyer is, right?
Oh my don't. Just the
Don't
way you said it.
know. Can we not?
No, I'm going to show her. I won't show
Just
you.
the way you
phone.
said I don't even know, but
Gorlock Destroyer.
You don't want to know.
the way he said it was amazing.
Just remember,
It
you asked
sounds
for this.
amazing.
Whoa, what's that?
Yeah.
Cool name, bro.
What's
Sir, ma'am.
That's Gorlock the Destroyer.
We have no clue what the real name is, but we call her Gorlock Destroyer.
Are you sure that's a girl?
No, it's a dude.
It's
What is it?
legit.
Okay, so I was right.
We're pretty
Yeah.
sure.
Okay. Whew, yeah, okay. Yeah, that can make me see.
I'm gonna say that falls into the
Man,
category
John.
of it's a shit.
Yep.
She, him, it.
You're not wrong. You are not
That
wrong.
part.
So if you can't find it, you just assume the other one?
Speaking of which, let me touch on this subject really fucking fast. So,
No, but we
the
don't
other
get
day,
slow.
I moved here to Oklahoma, right? June of last year. I can go. Do you want me to go get my wallet right now? I have to show. I have to show you this. I legitimately do. So the other day, I had to get a rental car for my son, right? To go to OKC so we can ensure that we made it safely to his doctor's appointment. I go in because I had a problem at the rental agency with my.
I remember you telling the story.
Oh my god, I didn't have, because I just moved back. So
Yeah.
a new place, I don't have no bills. They're like, we need a bill. I'm like, here's my lease. You can see I moved in 2 days ago. Like, I
Right.
just need a rental car. Here's $3,000. Just give me a rental car. Nope, they wouldn't do it. So anyways, I go in to get my ID switched over, and the gentleman looks at me and he goes,
And you had to get the real ID.
can you verify that this information is correct?
Look at the sex.
And I looked at him and I was like, yeah, everything's right. He looks at me again and he goes, no. Just again, he goes, can you verify that this information is correct? And I looked at him and I was like, does that say I like sex? No. So in my head, I'm like, I like sex? Wait, no, that means male or female. Oh, no, I'm not a fucking boy. So for a year, I've been carrying this license, says that I'm a fucking man.
Yep.
I'm like, are you serious
Could
right
you
now?
imagine how awkward that'd have been if you'd have gotten arrested? Because
Yeah.
they don't know what your ID says.
Right.
Yep.
Like, well, this is now a co-ed fucking jail cell, so.
It would have been like, micro penis. Micro penis. She's got a micro.
Got a micro. It's all about the nubbin.
So, about the he, she, it. Yeah, apparently I identify as one of those here in Oklahoma. Unwillingly.
Fucking pronouns.
Right?
I was so disappointed watching Star Trek Discovery and the pronoun situation came up, and I was like, God fucking damn it, it's even invaded Star Trek.
It made it to space too, son of a bitch.
And in the future.
Oh, in the future it's probably worse.
Motherfucking shit.
Well, you want to tell our wonderful degenerates where they can find your butthole online?
We love the butthole. So,
You get directly to the
yes.
point, don't you?
Well,
You can find me
It's all
at
about
the
the
moment at OnlyFans. Kakes_live is where you can find me.
How do you spell cakes?
Talking about getting
Kakes.
There you go.
Cakes.
Because I can see-
Kakes.
I can see it coming up, cakes with a C, and they're coming up with a chocolate cake stuff somewhere. I mean,
well, I
There's
mean,
a lot of people
Oh,
with
I
money
mean,
who
well,
can't
we
spell,
can get
so
to that
mean,
point. I
that's
do
the thing.
special requests, that's for sure.
send a private message.
Yep. Most of them tip me and then they send me a private message.
So you don't do cake farts?
No. Nope.
Not
Not
yet.
quite. Not quite. Like I said, I'm willing to do just about
Cake
anything.
farts. You don't know what that is?
Apparently not.
Oh, well. Sorry, you're missing out.
Apparently.
We all know what he's going to be looking after when we get done.
Yeah, I wonder if my phone will do this.
Buffering. This thing's got awful toasty.
So Drax, if he asks to borrow your phone,
Yeah, if you're like, hey, can I see your phone? And then you sneak off inside.
no.
Just use the incognito fucking.
Yeah, for
Right.
sure. I don't want that on my timeline. Shit.
I think that'd be one
Mine's
of those.
weird
You know
enough
what?
as it is, it's fine.
You just keep that.
Right?
The phone's yours
The
now.
phone's yours now, right?
Like, turn it all the way off. I'm going to report it stolen. We're going to wipe it. It's fine.
Yeah.
It's fine. Shit.
Yeah, that's not one I've heard of, Lauren. Thanks. I appreciate the education,
Exactly
bud.
how it sounds.
Well,
All right.
Something else came to mind. I'm like, I'm not ruining that for everybody else.
well, come on.
Go ahead. Yeah, you've already
You
said
done
it.
opened up
Yeah,
this
you
can of worms.
Mom.
can't
Oh,
share.
yeah. No, she said cake first. I'm like, 2 girls, 1 cup kind of thing. Like, no.
No.
That was just ice cream.
Chocolate ice cream. Straight from the vendor.
Well, it was legitimately just ice cream. That's all it was. It was not 2 Asian ladies licking shit out of an ice cream cone.
I don't know what video you watched, but I watched an entirely different one.
It's not. It's all edited.
So somebody made that real.
Now, I'm sure somebody did recreate it for real. There's some sick fucks out there, so. But,
Oh.
Wow.
Alrighty then.
we just want to jump into the Q&A section
We
of this?
might as well at
I
this
mean, we
point.
didn't bounce it back and forth.
Right?
Gross. Oh Lord.
There's so much.
There's
more
like
out
3
there.
limitations that I have, yes, and that
I
is
hate
one.
Jerry so
Oh.
much sometimes.
Well, come on. You brought it up.
Three
What are
limitations.
your limitations? That way, if anybody
Limitations:
watches.
no blood,
And then we can knock that question off the list.
no blood, no feces, and no violence.
Okay, well, I can see all of that, yeah. That's all understandable.
It's fair.
Define
Two of
violence.
those.
Violence basically correlates, runs
Oh.
into the blood scene.
I wasn't gonna ask.
Not my thing.
No, I just misheard, and I swore to God she said violins. I was like,
You can't play a tiny violin with my taint.
I don't know what that is, but that one I'm interested in.
bow here, violin there.
Maybe you're onto something. You're onto something.
You got the tuning keys on the end that might tick
Well,
a
I
little
think
bit.
you have to take those off.
Well, no,
Like,
no, the bow goes in, and the violin's in between the knees, and you just.
Hey, it's key for her pleasure.
right.
Remind me to call
Thank you for
that guy when I
reminding me,
make the
but I'm
video.
immediately disturbed.
We know a guy.
Right? Vash, you're going to have to be ready to spend $200 to see a video, but
What do I do?
No, he's gonna be the
My
coach.
idea.
He's got to tell me
Oh.
what to do here.
well, you are talking
He's
like
already
you had
got
some
it
practice at it.
Yeah,
It sounds simple in my brain. It's just physics.
See?
yeah.
No,
You just
that's-
have to make the picture in your brain happen with her.
oh,
She will be there and be like, "You do this."
That seems
And
more
you
like
do that.
body.
straight.
Seems more like body mechanics and physics, though.
Hey, but you know,
Same
I mean,
difference. It's still physics.
there's
It's
also reality.
physical.
There's also reality. If you want sooner rather than later, that's a real quick way to have that happen.
I got enough problems in my fucking life right now.
We can always make more.
That's true.
We can help. We're good at that. We are good at making more problems.
We
Yeah,
are.
apparently, never mind.
So, I know we have talked in the past because I know you had some offers, and I was going to go with you just as like security for going to like I think it was like California or something like that.
All over the
Well,
world,
back.
literally.
So have you done like I know you've done primarily like just independently OnlyFans and shit like that. Have you done stuff for any companies?
No, because I'm absolutely terrified. I've actually been held at gunpoint before, so I'm absolutely terrified
Yeah.
to go by myself.
See, that's what we've had a couple of people in our big chat have asked about, if there's like violence or abuse that happens, and if you've encountered any of it, or how you avoid it, which I guess not knowing is avoiding it,
Yes.
like
So
100%.
So I actually encountered, there was a gentleman that sat, I believe, 14 years in prison for human trafficking, and coming to find out after the whole situation happened, he was in there for lying to her, which he lied to me. That's how he lured me in, because I was in the cannabis industry when I first moved down here. And that's how he got me to meet me one-on-one. And that's when that situation had taken place between him and I. And come to find out afterwards, doing my research on him, that he sat a substantial amount of time. He was wanted by the feds, actually. The FBI was after him, and there's videos all over the internet of him. But he had lured another woman in for the cannabis industry and took her to Vegas and made her work against her will. And eventually she did, and then she wanted to stop. Well, he went and kidnapped her 4-year-old daughter and held her daughter basically as ransom per se. So that was the same gentleman that I had encountered, and it was
Here in Lawton?
yeah. Well, technically I met him here in Fletcher, and we met for supper to talk about the cannabis industry in Oklahoma City. So not here in Lawton did it take place. The situation took place in Oklahoma City. So yes, I have been in those situations. Do I have offers to go across literally to Denmark? I mean, that's one of the most money-making offers ever. And I don't even know if you want to discuss that online, but some pretty grotesque things. I mean, some people do it. Hey, to each their own. But this chick, not happening. Like, not doing it. But yeah, so I mean, if I could have a personal bodyguard go with me, I mean, I'd be down to make buku bucks, you know, and I'd be out there online because I've got so many huge actual producing companies out there that want me, and I just don't feel comfortable. So now, if that one situation wouldn't have happened, I'd probably be out there flying around the world, you know. But
So yeah, I mean, basically, in that aspect, if you could provide at least a good portion of your own team to go with you,
Right.
not just security, but if you could provide and know and trust your backup camera guy and your grip guy and or
Yeah.
woman have part
Bring
of
him
your own
home, fluffer,
team.
goddammit.
yeah,
Yeah, you know, have your own team go with you
Right.
to help you feel more comfortable. I could see doing that.
absolutely.
You know, he provides all that other shit, but and equipment and whatever whatnots,
Right.
and you show up with 9 people, and he goes, "Wait a minute."
Right, exactly.
Well, I mean, his travel bill is going to be far more expensive than just one person at that fucking point.
Right.
So,
Right.
it's like,
Yeah.
why did it cost you $12,000 to get here?
I mean, just sitting here,
I bought an
I mean-
entourage. So,
Right.
Yeah.
Just
Got
sitting
my
here,
own
I got
team.
an email to go to Miami, Florida.
Yeah.
So, like I
Right.
said, I get them all day long. I just can't, you know, and it's really hard.
Ooh, pick
Because
me,
it's
pick me,
weird
pick
because I
me.
have like morals, and you know, I do have morals, and I am conscientious of the industry,
Yeah.
and that's where, like I said, it's just like that money sounds so good right now.
Right.
But
Well,
I mean,
the
$4
industry-
grand, you know, all expenses paid, but for
Money.
what, 10 hours worth of video shoots?
Right.
Let's go, but I can't go.
The industry's
Well,
not
tell him to
just
throw
that
in
now.
another 2, and I'll go with you and make sure nobody kidnaps you.
plus per diem. But the
He
industry
covers my travel, and throw in another 2 for my pay. I'll make sure nobody kidnaps you.
and the industry's
I'll have to
not
drive
as
though, because
bad
I'm not going to go
as it once
without
was.
a firearm.
Right.
Oh, I thought it was because
right.
you couldn't fit on a plane.
I already flew to Florida, fucker. Just did that.
All back of the bus.
I was like, hold the front door. Jelly Roll can fit on a fucking plane.
Right, he gets his own
He's got a
special
private jet,
fucking shit,
You
though.
know, so you're a private jet with your own couch is not the same as
I seen him
Flying
sitting in
good.
the chair just the other day on the airplane, and I was like, oh boy.
wouldn't be a dick. It's like I'd rather sit on the couch than fucking
Right.
Right.
little
Right.
bitty ass fucking chair
right. Any day.
and get fed alcohol.
We're asking questions. Anybody else got questions? Because I mean, I've got a few, but
Well, I think we
Yeah.
kind of came together on questions too.
So, you had said you've done some requests. People sent you, hey, do this. Have you done anything that you were like, you know, that's disturbing, and then afterwards you were like, I kind of liked that.
I would have to say yes. So I was convinced into getting an actual machine, and yeah, that machine and I didn't last more than probably 35 seconds. So, and I'm not afraid of that machine, but let me tell you, I'm afraid of that machine right now. Because if I keep using that, I really don't need a man in my life. I'm just
So you're
saying.
like, all right, I'm gonna get warmed up for this one.
Now Mud's thinking.
well, the
"Wait,
funniest
can I
part
get
about
the
it
info?"
is I went and picked her up because she doesn't have a car, and she can say goodbye to it as she walks out of her room. It's literally right there,
Yeah.
like to the left, right inside her fucking bedroom door, just right there.
Hey, now.
It's like you can just, she can just.
By the way, the entire cabinet it sits on is nothing but apparatuses.
You know, it really doesn't surprise me.
Yeah.
Like, kind of had a feeling. I mean,
Yeah.
I knew going into your house to pick you up that you had some kind of sex closet with all your toys in it.
Yeah.
So
That's it.
You know, I just assume that the perma man is probably sitting on top of said closet.
Yep, that's
So-
the one.
So, what's it like running into random fans?
How do I say
I know you've
this?
done it. I know it's happened in the bar.
More than ever, yeah. I mean, especially in North Dakota, it's really awkward when I run into the men and they're with their wives. Because the only reason is this. It's because they want to try to be slick Rick and say some shit under their breath when their wife is like 2 feet away.
Mhm.
And I'm just like, have a little respect for your wife. You know what
Right.
I'm saying? But it's just like, yeah. So I run into them all the time, literally all the time.
I imagine it working at the bar you do, but because we know you've done it in other places too.
Right.
So I gotta be. I could just assume that. Just imagine that being weird. It's like I think I know. I know
No,
you.
yeah. The worst of it was when I lived in North Dakota, and dude was getting ready for, what do you call that? A gender reveal party, and he come in to get some parts. Because at the time, like I said, I just barely started, and I was working at the parts store managing that, and his woman, they were on their way to their gender reveal, and he was making slick little comments as she was like one aisle over, and I'm like, not now. No, it's not the time. Like, God damn, just text me. But
With a $5 tip.
oh no. He was good at leaving $50 tips. Thank you.
Yeah,
$5
but as
minimum. Always read
you
it.
you don't hide your face and like keep your identity. It's full out.
Yeah, no, I have no shame. I'm not, a supermodel, but I'm not ass ugly either. So,
Fuck it.
Well, and that's a good
I
question.
probably should have been a question like, do you keep your identity usually provoked? But after that,
I think it's
story
pretty-
time, I'm like,
pretty
I'm
fly
gonna
for a
assume
40-year-old
no,
guy,
so-
girl, whatever Oklahoma wants
I was
category.
gonna say, it
Yes.
depends on if we go on what your license says. So.
I mean, that's a good question because I think at this juncture with what we've been doing with the podcast, especially with like the addition of Mud and being able to bring Bash back in, like even I'm running it not on the same level, obviously, but even I'm running into that people I don't know that follow the podcast or follow our lives. They watch every single episode that's recorded and put out, and then they watch the lives. And just around town, went to go visit my mom in Oklahoma City. We went to the restaurant. The waitress was like, "Oh my God, you're Aces!" And I'm like, maybe.
Who the
How
fuck's
do you
asking?
know me?
And she
We have a weird notoriety pretension this.
and
Like,
she follows the podcast. I'm like,
See, I know when somebody says Kakes, then I automatically know how they know me.
right.
That's just a given. And so, yeah.
But it's happening here in town, like we talked about. With the guy that I'm supposed to talk to tomorrow. That's how the conversation started.
Right.
Was about the podcast, and then we got to talking about real life and some of my experience and his experience, and he went, "Wait a minute, you did what?" And I was like, "Yeah, I could do that too." He said, "Okay, well, let's come talk to me about a job."
Right.
Okay.
Nice.
So what's your most awkward encounter that you've had with somebody that has seen you online but didn't know you personally prior to? There's got to be one good, like, man, that was fucking awkward.
Because I've never seen you online. I've only seen you in person. This is the person I know.
I don't think that's ever happened.
Damn.
I'm trying to.
All right, when do you guys make
think
that
right
happen? Like, when do you guys make it happen?
now. Actually, you know what? Okay, hold the front door. I take that back. So, I mean, it wasn't awkward. He made it awkward. Sorry, honey.
No, you're good.
Just the other day, actually, some guy joined my page, and I'm a bartender, so I serve everybody. And guy comes up, and I can barely understand his English, barely. And now I've already done my research since then, but come to find out the guy's from Turkey, like straight from Turkey.
Mm-hmm.
And so, anyways, I get him his beer after it was kind of a language barrier. Get him his beer, and then he texts me later on that night, and he said, "What did he say? Something to the fact of, I felt like you ignored me." And mind you, I'm a bartender. I'm busy as shit. And the night he came in, I was very busy.
And you work at a busy bar.
Yeah, and he said, "You ignored me. I thought that I would get a little bit more personal time with you." I was like, number one, you've only subscribed for $13.69. Number one. Number two, you ain't sent me no tips. Number three, you didn't leave me a tip for your beer. Number four, you can get one of
Right.
those.
Get fucked.
And then the last thing is, do I actually know you? No.
Exactly. So that was about the weirdest thing thus far, I guess. Because like I said, most everybody knows me. I
Right.
mean, even outside of my Kakes, because I used to travel the country and collect antiques and furniture. And then I also traveled for 10 years doing in-home parties for women, basically sex parties. I used to work for Pure Romance. I was, what number? I think it was 469. So, I mean, they have thousands upon thousands of people now. But I was one of the very beginning, under 500 people that started with that company of Pure Romance. So, I used to travel the country educating women on their sexual health and selling sex toys.
how
So
to
the
use the
sex-
dildo, how to do that.
Yeah.
The sex
absolutely.
industry wasn't new to you per se. It was just this
No.
aspect of it
Yes,
was new.
100%. And that's only because my ex-husband, you know, everybody wanted us to be swingers, but he didn't want to, and you know, it
That's
was
jealousy.
like, right. It was, yeah. He had more of a, yeah, but he fed off of it though. I mean, he prided me like, here's my trophy wife. I'm like, fuck her, have a name. My name's Angeline. You know, like, hello. But outside of that, yeah. So everybody and anybody really has always known me for one way or the other.
Yeah.
So it's like I said, that whole encounter was something different. He showed, like, I didn't know he subscribed, had no idea until, like I said, then I served him beer, and then he jumped on. I went to go into my inbox. You know, you got your inbox over there, and I was like, ignoring you? No, fucker, I wasn't ignoring you. I was at work. Thank you.
And I didn't know who the fuck you were.
Right.
Oh, that's funny. Mm-hmm. So, do you do? I mean, I know you do scenes with other people, obviously.
But I haven't been able to upload them
Right.
onto the site because there's like restrictions now.
Right. So, have you discovered like a favorite style of scene that you like to record? Like, if you could pick one, and that's the only scene you could pick,
For the rest of your life.
and record forever.
No.
You don't have an all-time favorite that you're like, God, that's the one that I would do.
Well, I mean, it's different when you're recording than
Right.
it is like in personal life. So as far as recording and being online, I'm game for just about anything.
Right.
Just about anything.
What about like if you haven't had like a relationship with somebody beforehand, it was all just a strictly like a business aspect. Has there on either end has there been an awkward like feelings get caught?
Like an infatuation type situation?
Yes, and unfortunately, I'm in that web right now, and he will not leave me alone.
Damn it, Drax. No, I'm kidding.
Nope.
Damn it.
Was not Drax. Was not.
Yeah.
Was not. No, and I mean.
Do I know who you're talking about?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
And so I did. I attempted to try to date him for like a month, but there was a lot of deceit that went with that from his end, and I found out about it. And so I'm the type of woman that, you know, in my personal life, one time you if I can't trust you one time, I'll never be able to trust you again.
Right.
And that's, you know, that's how I am.
It's understandable.
Now, I'm sorry that, you know, the opposite party can forgive and forgive and forgive and forgive. I'm not that person, so I'm cool by myself. So yeah.
It's understandable for sure. So how I know you've had stuff where you have like a cameraman and shit like that. Have you ever had like a full crew doing anything on one of
No.
your scenes?
No, just normally as one human being.
Human bang. Has it ever gotten awkward, even with just the one other person? Like if you're filming with somebody else and there's another person there, has it ever gotten awkward for like any party involved?
No, not necessarily. I've been trying to get like 3 or 4 or 5 to interact with me personally at one time, and everybody's like, nah, 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 nah. I'm like, come on. So,
Right.
you know.
People can't seem to differentiate like personal shit from business.
From business,
Right.
right.
Like,
And that's my biggest problem is like, it's business and pleasure all at the same time, and keep on with your day. You know
Right.
what I'm saying?
Well, and there's also something to be said that our society has put such a high modicum of modesty into our world.
I call 'em
I
prudes.
don't have that. Do what?
I call them prudes.
Yeah, I don't have that same kind of modesty.
Right.
My parents didn't. My dad, when he passed, stark-ass naked, laying on his hospice bed, no covers, no nothing, because he hated clothes in general.
hey, first
Right.
off, that's how you come in. That's how you should go out.
Right.
But you know,
Come in balls
that's how we
swinging.
should
I'm
live.
going out balls swinging. God damn it.
growing up, nudity was very normal in our personal mom, dad, me, brother household. I don't have that same kind of modesty. You know, I know that some of the people I know don't, and some of the people that I know are literally the opposite in the spectrum. You know, they won't wear a tank top around other men because they're so modest and so what is the term I'm looking for? Self-conscious.
Yes.
They're so self-conscious.
And that's, to be honest with you, one of the biggest things ever. I mean, let's just keep it real. A little bit about myself. When I was 18 years old, I was 117 pounds, soaking wet with clothes on. Okay? I mean, you put cinder blocks on me. I was
about like
a
a straw.
beanpole. Right? And then I got pregnant when I was 18. I do have 4 children. They're all adults. But I do have the battle wounds of being a mother. You know what I'm saying? because when I was 117 pounds, my first daughter, I went to 328 pounds. I was a big girl, but I was very
Big
sick.
baby.
Yeah, she was 9 pounds 3 ounces.
Right.
But I was very sick with gestational diabetes and
Almost as
hypertension.
big as I was.
And so, it, you know, I didn't always love myself, and I wasn't always comfortable in my own skin. And it was something that I had to reteach my own brain that we're all humans. I don't care if nobody loves me or not
Right.
by looking at me. You know what I'm saying? I need to love myself. And that's a huge thing when it comes to people being, you know, like you said, self-conscious. Like, who the fuck cares?
Right.
Be yourself.
Yeah.
You know? And that's even with clothes on. I'm just saying simply with clothes on. Now, outside of that, I mean, same exact thing. Why you gotta have sex with the lights off?
Right. Right.
She's not me. I got mirrors.
She's got a
I
carousel.
want to see what's going on.
We're all getting the same view in one way or another, motherfucker.
Right.
I'm gonna find the view I like, and that's what I'm gonna be watching.
Exactly. No, so it's very disheartening to me. Like I said, I used to travel the country, and so many women that I would encounter. I mean, there'd be women that literally would be in tears. I'd literally, because I used to carry my demos, my vibrators and stuff, in gun cases. So I'd come like I was carrying. I'm not kidding. You know, 5 foot long gun case, and I would carry them in and. As soon as I would open
I think
the
that's
gun
more
cases,
intimidating than a bunch of rifles.
No
and pellets.
shit.
Just open it up, just sex toys, like, especially if you don't know what's going on beforehand. It's like if I see somebody, like if I see her walk in with a Pelican case, my brain is going to assume it's you walking in with a Pelican case. But
Right.
there's probably guns in there.
Right.
And if I don't know what the fuck's going on, you open that bitch up and there's just a bunch of dildos and shit like that. It's like,
But
I've
that
gotten
brings,
pulled over. I've gotten pulled over, and that situation has happened. Okay.
and that also brings a whole new meaning to Rubbermaid party.
Yes.
Because
yes.
if they don't know, they've been invited by their friend. Hey, I'm going to this party. Would you like to go? A Rubbermaid party, or a Tupperware party? It brings a whole new meaning to a Rubbermaid party.
Yeah.
silicone
Let's
party.
hear the story about getting pulled over.
Right?
Yeah, I want to hear that.
Gosh.
Now
So-
let's pour a shot for that story because that sounds like it's going to be a shot story.
Shooty shots.
Shots.
Well, you enjoying yourself so far, at least?
Absolutely.
Good deal.
I mean, you can tell your story while I'm
Absolutely.
pouring.
So, I also, at the same time, sold Mary Kay. Everybody knows.
Honestly, I'm not gonna lie, that is a genius business venture. It's like, look,
Right.
I'm gonna sell you makeup, maybe
And-
a dildo.
Exactly.
We'll see what
Thank
happens.
you.
We'll
Thank
see
you.
what happens.
That's a good
So,
business model. It really is.
I'm
Yeah,
serious.
no, I kinda wanna
Hammer
do
it
that.
down.
So, like I said, at the same time, I sold Mary Kay. So, and I had male clients because we sold cologne, right? So,
Cologne.
I go to pick my son up. It's like 11:30 in the morning. I go pick him up from preschool, and I had a guy that wanted some cologne. Had his cologne and receipt with name and all in the bag, in the Mary Kay bag, sitting in the front seat. And I'm driving past the gas station, and I called him. I said, "Hey, I'll drop off your cologne." He said, "No, I'm actually walking over here to the gas station. I'll meet you over there." Perfect. Well, I see him the 1 block, because at the time when I called him, I was 1 block away from the gas station. So I seen him, and I pulled over right behind the gas station. Before you know it, cherries lit up as soon as he got in my car. Not lit, I swear to you.
no.
And I know this guy. Like, you know, I know him. But I looked at him, and I said, "Do you have anything on you?" And he goes, "No, I left my smoke at home." And I was like, "Okay, well, I guess I don't know why they're pulling me over." It's 11:30 in the morning. So the officer comes over and he goes, "Ch-ch-ch." I said, "Yes, sir." He goes, "Ma'am, I'm gonna need you to step out back with me." And I was like, "Oh, dear Lord." So at this time I'm looking at, well, his name is Terrence. I'm looking at Terrence like, praying to God that there's nothing in my car, right? So I go out back with him and he goes, "Ma'am, what are you doing with this gentleman in your car?" I said, "I swear to God, I'm selling him cologne. It's in the front seat." And he goes, "I don't know that I'm going to believe that today." And I said, "It's 11:30 in the morning. What else would I be doing?" And he's like looking in, because at the time I had a Pacifica. So he's looking in the back and he goes, "What are these gun cases back here?" And I said, "You officer, please." Like I was like, "Please."
You're not gonna believe me when I tell you. So,
Right.
Literally, like I took a deep breath and I was like, "Officer, please, just don't make me." I said, "They're literally vibrators and dildos." And he goes, "So are you running a brothel?" I said, "No, I'm not running
Mobile.
a brothel."
Mobile.
No, I'm not running a brothel. He goes, "I'm gonna need to see what's in these cases. I was like, oh my God.
Because it is mine.
So
There's
at
still
this
guns.
point, at this point, another officer goes, grabs Terrence out of the front seat, goes to question him, and I'm just, this poor guy doesn't know. I'm just bringing him his cologne. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know what's going
What the fuck
on.
have I done today?
Right? He doesn't know the other part of your business.
No, truthfully, I don't think he did. So, anyways, I pop the hatch and proceed to open up one. And that was the 5-footer, and he just looks at. I swear to God, I don't think I'll ever in my
5-footer.
entire life ever forget
Lots
the way
of
that
jumpers.
officer looked at me. Yeah, and I said, I swear to God, I said, do you want me to continue to pull him out? I said, you see Pure Romance on the back of my car, and he was like, he said, go ahead and close it. And I was like, okay, so I don't know what you want from me right now. And he was like, how about this? He said, how about you give the guy his cologne and just go home? I was like, so now I'm running a brothel. He's confused as to why I have vibrators. I don't know what's going on. Can I just please get the fuck out of here? So anyways, it was like an ordeal because every time I seen that police officer, I swear to God, driving down the goddamn road, he would always look at me and just give me this shit-eating grin smile. Like, but I'm not a liar.
What
Do
if
you know
she's
what I'm
got any
saying?
toys in there?
Oh, it was just, I don't know. It
What
was
she got for
embarrassing,
sale
but it
this
wasn't
time,
right?
embarrassing. I was more afraid, like I said, that old boy had put something in my car.
Right.
Because,
Yeah.
you know, I mean, smoke.
You don't know. Yeah.
It was just smoke. I mean, it wasn't nothing serious, but I was just like, oh. So I was sweating bullets over that, not over the massive, I probably had $30,000 worth of vibrators because I just came back from an event in Ohio. So I was like, oh my God, like, are you serious right now? If I go to jail over some, I'm going to be pissed because then they'll confiscate everything in my car. You know what I mean?
And you gotta get it back. You gotta prove that you bought it. It's like,
Or that it was provided by the company somehow. Yeah.
that's an awkward
Or
call
I'm
to
not,
the boss. It's like,
or I'm not running a brothel for Pete's
It's a mobile
sake.
brothel.
Oh my
hey,
God.
hey boss, I need you to send the police station the deal where you guys checked out all this equipment.
Y'all collected 950. I want to know what happened to the other 50.
There was 1,000 in there. I know it. I counted when I put them in there.
I don't care how many I had. Yeah. There was a lot more.
Right.
What did y'all do with them?
Right?
Well,
Well, there you go.
cheers to mobile brothels.
Mobile brothels. I think that should be the name of the episode.
Right. Jesus
Gentle thing.
Christ.
Reach for the stars.
Well, that leads me to a pretty decent question. I'm sure you're aware. For entertainers like you, there are their own shows. You know, big events and conferences. Have you thought about
Yeah.
going and attending any of those to help further your potential career at this point?
So, once again, I need security.
Right.
I work at the bar, and men will literally stand outside for an hour and a half beating on my door because I won't give them my phone number.
Mm-hmm.
So I truly need security, honestly.
I mean, if I can be back here for Tuesdays, I got you covered. It's fine.
Well, because, I was just wondering. 'cause I
Here
know
in
that-
love.
Right.
I know there are
California.
shows in events and conferences for it, for
Right.
specifically for what you do. So, I mean, there's two of us sitting here that'd be okay with doing security for that.
This is a remote one. There's 4 of us at the saloon and 2 of us are at this porn expo.
Going live! Going live!
Going live!
Just saying. I
And we've
fit
got
conveniently into most overhead storage.
That's true. Just put a little breather tube in there for him. We can get that little fucker on this any plane.
Thank you.
I'm not carrying on.
Yep.
No, but I really want to be able to do that. I
Yeah.
really do before, honestly. I mean, I'm 40. I'm getting old. You
Well, I
know
mean,
what I'm saying?
we
Well,
actually.
we have talked in the past, and as long as we can figure it out, like it's something, especially if it's only like 2 or 3 days. That's for security stuff. If it's gonna make me enough money that I can afford to miss out on the other work, I'm down.
Well, and we do have a business, and several of us are formerly certified security individuals, high-level security individuals. So that's why I said it's a non-issue.
Right.
Yeah, things can happen. We can make shit happen for sure.
Yep. I was like,
It's just like.
Hell, even Vash could fucking do it if he could afford to lose out on the couple $1,000s a month he makes a Goodyear. I mean, shit, if we could all make $1,000 a trip and only be gone for 3 days at a time and do it, 3 or 4
Right.
times a month.
There's so much money to be made in the industry. It's amazing. It's
really
a beautiful
is.
thing.
It really is.
And people are, you get it from both ends. People are like, oh, I can't believe you fucking wear.
That's what he said.
You know what? Let me tell you. If you could send somebody a picture of your feet and make $30 just sending them a picture of your feet,
You know
would
how
you
many
do it?
comedians have tried to convince me to do that at festivals and
I'm
stuff?
just saying, and you won't?
Just do it.
I've thought about it.
Do it.
A lot.
Fucking feet finder,
Your
man.
feet? What? You really won't do it?
I'm just,
think-
I'm
Girl,
just
you are
signed up and
missing
everything.
out. That's like residual
$30,
income.
$30 just
Let
one.
it keep coming.
I really like big feet.
What size are
So
your
you can
feet?
do the
12.
Oh,
weird
wow,
cake
that's
stop
my daughter's.
videos and shit.
See?
Like you're
He's
talking
like,
about
pick
cake
me,
farts.
pick
Wait,
me.
you said feet,
Yeah.
and she was already talking, and you were talking. So I was just waiting
Oh.
because on one of our lives, we had a guy come on, and he says, "I love me some sticky cowboy feet." Drax says, "Well, you donate, we'll get you some sticky cowboy feet." Motherfucker donated. I took my boot off. There you go.
You should have
story.
taken your sock off and sent it to him. Say
That was-
$150
that was for
extra
more
dollars.
donations.
That was for more donations.
Yes.
She didn't donate the second time, so I put my boot back on. He left. What?
Because there has been people that have paid us to do shit here that's just not sexual.
Yeah.
And you're not doing anything sexual with anybody else. Like, or even if you are, who gives a fuck?
Right?
But you'll cut your hair for free.
And we're still.
No, I cut my hair
in
because I was
only.
irritated.
We're still.
I said I'd shave
in
my
only
beard for $2,000.
2%
We're drunk, irritated.
podcasts currently
That's
out
what's
there
happened.
in this style.
We can't do
There's
that.
only 2% of all the podcasts that are out there that are popular and running. There aren't
Right.
many in this style.
Okay.
We're still on like the ground floor of doing it in.
Look, all I'm
Right.
saying is when we
Right.
do our lives, we are 98% better than everybody else with our similar following. So, I mean, that's something.
Yeah.
Now we just need the following to grow.
Right,
Yeah.
right.
So,
And not get banned as soon as everybody gets interested.
that's true. As
That
soon
does-
as the
that does happen.
conversation takes off.
Yeah.
It hits like 100K or 70K or 90K. Bang, we're done. We're banned.
So
He won't either. But during the recordings, this is basically why he's
I
there.
mean, you do got vacation to burn off.
He volunteered for it, but now we're all learning together.
He said he's got 48 hours of vacation he's got to burn off because at the end of the year he loses it.
I could have swore he was saying something
No,
the other day about I don't have any
my goal,
PTO left.
Don't have PTO. Vacation time, which they view very
it's
astutely.
different.
Yeah, it's completely different.
They skew it to their benefit, not mine.
Look, you've got 4 days of vacation time. You can take
But
2 now,
enjoy.
and then you can deal with the other
He's been a
2
great
towards your
producer
fucking
and
towards the Christmas shutdown.
friend.
But you have to be
He's
there
part of
anyways.
the
It's
family
mandatory.
now, but
So why not burn them now?
and Tool.
But Christmas Day.
Okay, you'll be fine.
You'll be all right.
I
See,
have
that's
a
why you take them off
question.
now.
Yes.
I'm
Does
aware,
anybody
I'm-
else on here have their own personal OnlyFans page for whatever reason it may be? It don't have to be sexual.
No, not yet.
No.
Me and JP do.
I'm gonna have to make it.
Me and JP do.
Oh, okay.
No, wait. I thought
Well, you already knew I had one.
I thought you had the
There
start
should
one.
potentially
I need
be
to
a
sign up so I
dividend
can
in
do
there
the release and
somewhere.
everything.
Okay, for the videos that we did,
JP and I have one.
for the shorts.
Me and JP each have one. Like,
There you go.
she said,
Yeah, comedy
she said
festival,
their own
they
separate
make
pages, and I
those.
said, yes, me and JP.
I heard what I
Advertising.
wanted to hear. That's your own fault.
All right, so
Hey, man, me and JP can make one, and we'll make all kinds of weird shit. I don't give a fuck. You guys really think we won't? Because we made one for the show, just bored at the bar because we were drunk and people didn't think we'd do it.
And like in my case, I thought my technology was good.
I don't give
right
a
goddamn now.
fuck.
Calm down.
I thought my technology was good for what I was doing at the time. Since we-
Trolls and leprechauns.
since
We
we
don't know what's
started
going
doing
on.
things up, my personal like laptop, phone, all that stuff, that technology is so far out of date
Right.
that we're attempting to help me gain more technology, better technology to be able to do other things. So like I don't even have Clapper because none of my current technology will support it.
That's
sounds
rough.
crappy.
Understandable.
well, I mean, there's way worse ways to avoid STDs.
There is, yeah, there is, yeah, there is.
I mean,
Back in my
All
day,
right.
the video wasn't a thing.
Ace is like back in my day, we just cut it off and hope one regrows, and then the STD was gone. He was there when they made fire.
They call me Methuselah.
Got you.
When man discovered fire. Aces was sitting behind that guy.
I was
He
going,
didn't discover it. He was just like, what is that?
They would have blown it out.
Caveman talks like,
He was like, you better put that shit out, you're gonna fuck everything up, calm down.
You know the Keith Richards memes?
Because Keith Richards is old as fuck, and he's going to survive. Him and cockroaches are going to be the only thing left when the end of the
No.
world happens.
Don't forget about Ozzy.
God created
Yeah,
Adam and
Ozzy.
Eve. Adam looked at God and said, all right, so I'm Adam, that's Eve. Well, who the fuck is that?
Right.
That's Keith Richards. He was here when I got here.
right.
Motherfucker's been here all along. He farted. That's what causes Big Bang. We don't fucking know what's going on.
Well, so do you have any
shit.
questions for us? Even as do you have an individual question for any of us? All
I'm
of
like,
us?
that was my question. Does anybody else have any pages going on in here?
Yep. You
Yep.
got that answer.
Nope, I'm figuring out how my phone works.
Yeah, exactly. The most tech savvy person.
I'm like, at least he's got a
the top two
kickstand.
tech savvy people. He's like,
He's got a kickstand.
This motherfucker builds a computer in his fucking sleep but can't even operate his phone.
Can't operate his phone, right?
Can't work.
Interesting. Oh,
Yeah.
it's that bad, huh?
Yeah.
Hardware is fine, software is not so much.
That's what I said.
Oh,
that's a new VD slogan.
Yeah.
that is. That's here. There you go, bud.
VD, ED, doesn't matter. It's all the same. It's like the hardware's fine. It's the software's fucked up.
I don't understand the interface.
Right? The materials are there. It's the shit that makes it work, doesn't work.
I'm glad it's done.
The male
So
goes
in
in,
my brain. It
the
worked out well
female
for everybody else.
accepts. It's really simple.
Oh, shit.
Wow.
Good times.
Woo!
Yeah. We're going to take a break.
Big time.
Good time.
Anonymous time.
Clean the house or not, I won't even be there. But I do want you to just come hang out at the house, be butt ass naked.
He's turning red. That is hilarious. I think we need shots on that.
I'm
Yep.
game.
Bring us back so we can do these shots.
Oh, I
All that
thought
I'm
we were
gonna say-
back.
All right.
Nope.
I don't need you to be butt ass naked. You will probably need a sidearm.
Hey, Bash.
And we also need you to hover around his room.
We'll get you a little bitty one. You can do under boob or butt crack.
If you want to really make it fun, just invite me to do it with you.
Guys, let's go. See? That's what I'm talking about.
Oh, yeah.
Exactly what I'm
yes.
talking about.
Let's make new life problems.
Or solve them.
Or both.
We're not making new problems. We're just adding to existing problems.
We're not making new problems.
Or ending
for
problems.
We're
See,
exacerbating the
I
problem.
can't even lie. I heard nude when you said nude.
Hey,
I heard nude. Nude problem.
I'm okay with that too.
We're back.
Nude problems.
There we are. Here we are. This is how it's going.
Good time.
Nude problems.
Fuck yeah.
So we talked last week. I think it was last week. It was last week or the week before. It was one of the
As soon
two.
as we came back, I got
The
Let's go.
it was last week. It was the things that men aren't supposed to do.
Yes.
Oh
Yeah.
god.
And you have added to the list.
Where's
you
your
have your
list?
own personal list.
Where's your list, bud?
Now, I want to
Okay,
hear
wait.
your own personal
Wait,
list.
we have to give Ash a couple minutes.
Go take your pee big.
Yeah. Take your pee bake.
Yeah, I know where that was going.
I was looking for Rob, but he fell off the fucking gate back there. He's on the ground all lonely and shit.
You need to take Stefan's fucking
Come on, Steph.
There you go. Take Stefan's head.
take Dinky or whatever the fuck we're gonna call him.
Don't you fucking stare at me like that.
That's a dinky.
Stop looking at me like that.
That's Stephen Dinky. There we go. He's got two names.
Don't look as I pull it out.
It's SD.
Just don't let him near the crack can.
Yeah, no shit.
Right. He doesn't get near the crack can.
Yeah, this is Stephen. This is our crackhead.
Oh, look. That's super cute.
Yeah, and then he took Frankie's little cousin.
We did have Frankie, and
Yeah.
Evidently, Frankie was much larger and in charge.
He was,
He was, actually.
He was a big black head over there.
So we call him our Ethiopian warlord. and he wore this hat.
Yes, the Croc Dundee
where's the
hat.
heck?
It's over here.
Oh, back there.
Oh, he's
Frankie
that-
wore this hat with the rattlesnakes and the rattles and the whole 9 yards.
Was he about as big as the one that's down there?
No,
No.
he was about half that size.
Yeah,
Yeah,
So about the size of one of the three.
yeah,
Okay.
about that size.
So Bash goes to lean over to take the hat off of Frankie's head so he could try it on.
You got Dinky in a real awkward position down there, man.
He was having to make sure I was good.
Well, and
He's not wet on the inside, is he? He's like, shit, there is a hole. God damn it, I didn't even know.
so he goes.
That's rough.
He's sitting where Mud's sitting, and he goes to lean over backward. He's kind of at a stretch. Goes to take the hat off Frankie,
Yeah.
Okay.
and then Frankie hits the floor. Bam! Bash has the hat in his head, but Frankie hits the floor. Just
Oh,
boosh!
Fucking murdered
and you
Frankie.
did it.
Murdered Frankie.
You okay over there?
Our Ethiopian
You
warlord.
need some help. Help the guy out.
Murdered the
Golly.
shit
Not
out of Frankie.
allowed.
Look at that. She's been here for 2 hours and she already knows.
Anyway, I was more concerned about your fucking neighbors who ordered food that showed up in a small, dark colored sedan. I'm like, ah, great.
Now he's just pissing all over the place using dinghy to
I'm like, Frankie,
Cover
keep
it.
it on. Oh, it's not Frankie anymore. Who the fuck are you? Dinky? Dinky? Turkey?
Something like that.
We don't know.
He's the slow cousin.
So your list. Mud's got a list, and then actually when she gets going through your list, if you come up with one or two, that'd
Yeah.
be great.
Yeah, it's a list of things that guys are not supposed to do anymore.
At like
Especially
23.
since you're not like 19 years old.
Right.
Right.
So I got the two from the other list, which is run with a backpack on, wear a wife beater without tattoos.
Why can't a man run with a backpack on?
Nobody should run with a backpack on.
What if it's
She
important?
did say
I
that
was like,
before.
If
But
it's
tweakers
important, I
do it all
guess,
the
but
time.
it
I mean,
fucking
I get it.
looks,
This is derpy as fuck.
it looks
but I
weird
mean,
as fuck.
Derpy.
I mean, what if you have the fucking hiking backpack that has the straps in it, doesn't do the weird
As long as
fucking
it's
like...
not so heavy that it just
What
fucking
if you got
flings you to the
fucking wind on your
ground.
back and you're fucking training to be with the force? I mean,
I mean,
Backpacks
I've
and
ran with a
running.
fucking 80-pound ruck.
yeah, no shit.
My bad.
Those are technically backpacks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so
Third
tank,
one
Fuck
is,
that one.
Well,
tank top and no
hold
tattoos.
Hold on.
Okay, so this is like-
We're running with backpacks. I know on a bike
I'm
I
not
had
gonna
a
say what I was
backpack.
just gonna say, but never mind.
Not allowed to run with backpacks.
Well,
No
I was running from
military men
somebody.
involved.
Right.
They cannot
had
join the
blue
military.
and red lights.
Right?
Doesn't matter.
They had the
You should
wee
have
lights.
walked.
You should have walked briskly.
Or just
Actually, that could make that backpack bounce worse if you're walking.
I was
Speak with a
on my
purpose.
bike with a backpack,
Oh,
and it
shit.
had blue and red
Not
lights
that kind of
on
running.
me.
Have you seen Speedwalkers?
It's true. They get into that
That's
shit.
what-
But you
worse
would
than
imagine
running.
seeing somebody doing the speed walking with a backpack on. Because
So let's go
There
for
is so
no.
much-
Yes.
Do not
I
speed walk
agree
with
with this
intent.
more than you know.
All right, let's
Well,
get
we
back
need
to
to
the
do
list.
it. That's a
that
video.
one.
We're gonna have to go with the
Video.
mall walkers and just get
Mall
big-ass
walkers,
rucksacks.
big ass rucksacks, and backpacks.
Like how big, like the.
You know what? We
full-on,
need
like,
to just do a video of you guys doing this.
That's
Like,
what we're gonna do.
legitimately.
That's what we now
like
decided.
full on rucksack,
yes,
like
yes,
big enough
yes.
for
foot
Angelina
rucksack.
in that she can
Yes.
just be like,
No.
We need to see our
100%.
Halloween.
Even better, we're gonna get one and I'm gonna put JP in it.
You know
And
what?
I'm gonna fucking walk.
I've still got
Angelina.
one,
I
if
think-
not
I
two.
think
of the
you're
We're
first
gonna
onto
have
something.
feet out just like a
Every
baby.
one of you
We're not counting on
men
my
need to
rucksacks.
carry a
We'll get those
woman
from
on
fucking
your back
surplus.
throughout the mall.
Not my wife.
Not
Alright.
a rucksack, but a woman.
no. So,
Wait, what?
Does
Is
that
For the
mean-
entire mall, not just part of it.
I've
The entire
misheard many
thing.
things involving
Does that mean
backpacks,
you
feet hanging
volunteer
out, than woman.
for me to carry you for that spousal race for the free fucking beer?
Oh, wait a minute. We're doing
Free
a what?
beer?
First
Yes.
off, if it's free beer, I'll carry you while you're carrying her, and we're taking out all the competition.
Let's
all
do
the way.
this.
I don't give
There's a
fuck.
competition.
You have a
Thursday.
heart problem.
If you-
Where? And
Me too.
Where?
yeah, I don't.
The mall. He said the mall.
Wait, they're doing free
What
beer
are
at the
we-
mall?
No,
Remember-
there are stories getting crossed over here.
Everybody,
Clarification needs to be had, goddammit.
turn to page 42.
Me and Adrian are having like 3 different conversations at once here. Catch up.
Subsection. No, I've missed entirely the
So,
entire
all
thing.
in all, on Thursday evening,
Uh-huh.
Drax is going to carry him while he carries me
Right.
throughout the entire mall
Right. For free beer.
for a free beer.
Where's
And
the
he
free
only
beer
gets
come
the
in?
free beer. He don't get the free beer because he didn't say nothing about the free beer. He said about the free beer.
I will get.
Where's the free beer coming from, and why are we at the
He
mall?
said
I will donate a case of free beer.
I will carry mud for free beer.
I see. Let's go.
That's a heavy load.
I'm not as weak as I look.
Let's go.
she's like, but remember, I got big feet. They're gonna drag the ground.
She's
They
taller
trip
than you
me
are.
up sometimes, so.
We have seen that. Okay, so what's next on
Yeah,
your
so
list?
continue on with your list.
Tell a woman to
We're
smile.
curious about this thing going on
Yeah,
now.
men should no longer tell a woman to smile.
Yeah.
Okay.
Why?
Like if you're sitting there and they're like, why don't you smile and be more pretty?
Oh,
That's-
and
that's-
come along with
that's
that.
valid.
Yeah, and let's
Yeah.
come up with that.
I
yeah.
can agree with that.
That one
Yeah.
I can
But
agree
I
with.
do, as
Yeah.
a bartender, I get a lot. How come you're not smiling? I'm like,
You-
because that asshole just pissed me the fuck off. But now I'm smiling.
Right.
I'm at fucking work, you fuck the fuck off.
Now, it would piss me off if they followed up with, because he'd be more pretty.
Right.
I'd be like, fucking break your nose. Thank you.
Right, throat punch.
Yeah,
And
let's
then
go.
4 is ask for pics all the time, but you bitch about OnlyFans and premium Snapchat.
Thank you, Jesus. Yes, 1,000,000% agree with her with that. You have no idea. I
So what,
legitimately,
basically,
on my cell
they
phone.
send a pic and it's not
No, they're
hard.
always asking for pics from you.
Yes,
But
because
then
you
once
do that.
bitch.
Right,
Oh,
but
okay.
once
It's
you
like, oh,
send
you can add my
Mhm.
OnlyFans or my
That's where I
premium
wanted to
Snapchat.
like clarify. They're like,
Well, it's because they don't want to
you
pay
send
for it.
pictures
Right.
of you
Because
not
it's cheap
nude.
ass.
You're
And
like,
they don't
but
want
you
it out
have
in
these
public.
things.
That
Why am
fits
I
the
not
psyche,
getting
that
R-rated
it's out in
pictures?
public.
Right.
Right.
Fair enough.
They don't want it in public.
Not having sheets on your bed if you're over 28.
No, that I get. That I get. That I get.
No, that you should take that off the what men shouldn't do and put that on what everybody
Oh, I
should
know.
I
do.
was
Yeah.
gonna say, excuse
It's
me,
like the
because if you
backpack
were at
thing,
my
I
house
know.
and you took notes,
You
I'm in
said
the
you
process
do
of
the laundry,
doing.
though.
Yes, they were sitting right there. It was just a process of.
Are you
putting
gonna
on.
sleep on them with no sheets?
No,
Yeah, no.
Unless
no.
you get super drunk and just.
I mean no. I'll still stumble and put my sheets on. I
Now,
promise.
I have to add to that. I have to add, men should not stay at someone's house on the couch without asking for a blanket or a sheet to cover the couch. Same. Don't freaking soil somebody's couch. If you're like, if I crashed on your couch, I'd be going, you got a blanket or some sheets I can put on this?
I mean, I don't usually intentionally piss my bed wherever I'm sleeping at.
It's
so,
not
I
even
mean,
that. You sweat, booze
Yeah.
smell, cigarettes, like on my case, cigarette smell.
Yeah.
It's still, it's their couch, it's their nice
courtesy.
Soil
furniture.
in general.
Yeah, soil in general.
Common courtesy.
Yeah, it is.
I'll sleep
So,
outside that way I can throw up my own fucking.
I can see
mess.
To an extent.
To an extent.
Because I can tell you right now that if I am drunk enough that I'm like, I'm sleeping on your couch, I'm not going to ask you for a fucking blanket.
And it's not going to matter at that point. Right.
I'm just falling the fuck down.
Fuck, at that point, we're going to have to fucking
I'll be glad if I
bounce
actually
you off
make
of
it
us to get you on
to
the
the
fucking
couch.
He was like, can I take a nap in your chair? Yep. And he goes in and it's just sitting there upright, just napped out. So yeah, I get that, but it follows along the lines of, don't sleep without sheets. Same thing on somebody's couch. It could be your mom's couch, for Christ's
I mean,
sakes.
you can have no sheets if nobody's coming over, but if somebody comes over, put sheets in your bed.
Yeah.
Or at least a big fucking, like a big blanket over
sleep
the
like a
mattress.
bum unless you have company.
Yeah,
So
that is not
It'd be
even
fancy.
classy
I'm
at
not
all.
What
saying
you don't
you
see,
have
you
company.
don't know.
That's
I'm not saying
tacky.
if you have
No,
company. I'm
no.
saying if you're in the
No.
middle of washing your shit and you're like, nope, I'm going to fucking bed. Shit's still damp in the dryer. I'm gonna throw one of the blankets on my goddamn mattress,
That's
and I'm gonna go to
acceptable.
fucking sleep.
There you go.
nope,
As
I
long as
stay
you
up.
don't
I
have
stay up
company.
till
Because
all the shit that I want
You're not
to
going to wash
dry.
the mattress?
As long as you don't have company coming.
No.
Just gonna throw this random one out there. Pillowcases.
Same.
Yes, gotta have
Same
pillowcases.
thing.
Fucking gotta
it
have
runs in the line of
pillowcases.
sheets.
Yeah.
Hey,
I'm sorry.
That's why I
I know
didn't
for a
write
fact
that.
I'm weird with this one. I am not putting a pillowcase back on the fucking pillow every goddamn morning.
Wait,
why are you
I'm
looking?
like, wait. Why are you having to do that every morning?
What is
You're
going
sleeping in the
on
middle of the
right
night,
now?
roll over.
There's a
like,
left-right tangent. Somebody got
Do
split
you
off.
just take them off every night when you sleep?
in your sleep?
Yep.
Wow.
Okay,
I don't
that's
have
awkward.
I don't have that issue, and I guess it's
I
probably why I'm a
still
terrible
get
cuddler
where
because
his
I choke on the
programming
fuck out of
came
one
from.
pillow. Like I just full sleeper hold it.
I just sleep there.
So it's not like that pillowcase is not going anywhere.
You just
And-
choke
and
your
I have a
pillow
lean-in
fucking
pillow.
hell long.
Yep.
So when I roll over on my
So
side,
you're not
it
a lonely
doesn't
person in your sleep.
let me
at all?
roll over
Nope.
too far.
You go, no, not
I have a
too
lean-in
deep.
pillow, and it's like that. It's like my
I
cup
think I feel like the pillow goes
Aggressively
to sleep,
cuddle.
so I go to sleep just like.
Aggressively
this is
cuddling your
comforting.
pillow while you go to bed. Like, nope, we're all going that night, bitch.
Yep.
Arms reach, motherfucker. Fair
But I
game.
can't-
That
mean,
makes a
how
lot of sense
violent-
coming from a lot of the things you've told me in the past. So I
How
I mean-
violent do you have to sleep to strip
That's
your
where I'm
fucking
like,
pillows
what's
at
going
night?
on over
Hey,
here? I need
it
to know
could, it
what,
could be,
what is
it,
up with the
it
pillowcase
could not be
thing.
violent. He could be having some very sexual dreams, and he's just, that pillow was the bitch he's with.
For his sake, I hope so. For his sake, I hope so.
Fuck your titties! Wake up.
Can you-
What the fuck is
Can
going
you,
on in my
can
bed?
you explain exactly why you wake up every morning with no pillowcase on? I need to know.
I don't know. I'm asleep.
Listen, you need to put up a camera and record because I
Just wear
personally need
shorts.
to know.
Just at least wear shorts.
Yeah,
I
I'm about
need
to say,
to
you,
know
you
why.
get in a whole, that's going to have to be a OnlyFans thing.
What happens here?
I don't know. I'm asleep.
I need to know.
Well, just
you can-
arrange so you can figure it out.
Yeah, you can always just record
We'll
him while you
discuss
sleep.
later.
It's like, wait, look, you let me know when you're gonna go to sleep. I'm gonna come to just
Here's the
watch.
deal.
Like,
I was just gonna say,
well,
can
you're
I
gonna
sit
be the
next
You
to
can
you
come
one night?
sleep over and you
I
can
need
fill us
to
in.
know.
You're going to be the creepy fuck
She's a
sitting in the corner.
bartender,
Right, that's
so she
gonna be
works
me.
like a third shift kind of thing anyways.
Yes.
I work day shift. Wouldn't be a big deal. I'll get you some food. You can just come over, chill out, watch TV. I'll pass the fuck out, and you can figure out what the fuck happens.
I need to know.
Just
Don't you, aren't you curious?
all of a
Yeah.
sudden, all of
I
a
work
sudden,
night shift too, so I'm kind of.
all of a sudden, you just start hearing noises from the other room, and it's just like,
I've seen
I need
more
to
than enough of him.
know. Why not the pillowcase stay on the pillow?
All right, well, what's next on the
what's
list?
next? We're like 5 into her list of like a full fucking.
We're moving on
This
now.
double space.
This is just from like several people, unresponsive to texts. It takes 2 seconds to reply or communicate that you're busy.
I'm just gonna keep it real, honey.
I forget.
Do you know how many zillions of people message me every single day?
Yeah.
I ain't responded. There's like
I also
4
forget.
select few people that I will respond to.
If it's that important, fucking call me. If I have to respond within 2 seconds, or it takes 2 seconds to respond, just fucking call me.
Fucking, I called him today. To see if he could potentially go get my son from school because I was at the emergency room and I wasn't sure if I was going to be able to go get him. He sent me a fucking message. I forgot to tell you that I could go get him, so it's fine. He sent me a text message like the auto response, like, can I call you later? Whenever I called him and he couldn't answer. I didn't respond to that. I was like, it's fine, I don't care. I'll figure it the fuck out. And then he calls me. So it's like that one, I forget.
That was just several people
All right,
that suggested
so-
that one.
With that,
What about
that is
just
my
Yeah, but-
auto. All right, I see you called,
left on red?
Yeah.
But you
but I
also got to
can't take the
realize,
call.
No, mine's the same way.
but you got to realize The individuals sitting here, including Drew, are not normal average folks you meet out there. And I'm sure you're starting to realize this. We are not the average norm out there in the world. So,
Make my life so much easier.
I don't even know if I have a ringtone anymore.
so what's next?
Responding with, without me, if you say you're going to take a shower and get ready.
Without me?
Wait,
I
Guys
can
are always
see
like,
that one.
without me?
You know what
You
my
taking a
response
shower
is?
without me?
You know what my response is?
a man should have
But
said
you ain't
that?
here.
Right, exactly.
Or I could finish myself.
Literally.
You ain't here. Now what?
I mean, I can
I'll
see,
make
I
a
can see
bigger
that
mess
as
than
because
you.
I mean that is just kind of
I'll make a bigger mess than you.
Yeah.
So, like, I can see that.
Leave the toilet seat up, especially if it's your first time.
First off, no,
No.
nope, no.
You have
No.
just built a massive hill. Everybody here is going to be prepared to die.
Look, look,
Listen,
look,
I have trauma
look, look, look,
with it,
look.
so-
This is the toilet seat, right?
You have
It's
drama
down.
about it?
It's
Trauma.
down. I have to put it up because you were just in there. I have to put it up to go to the bathroom. Why can't I leave it here and you have to put it down for you to go to the bathroom?
And just
I
look.
agree.
And just
Listen,
look.
I had a
I agree.
10-year-old brother, like 10 years older than me, and so one time when I was very little, I fell into the toilet.
Yeah, I've
It
done
scared the
it
shit
as
out
a
of me.
grown ass woman.
I know what I've done it as a grown man. Forgot to fucking put the seat down and had to take a shit 10 minutes later, and it was a
I've
goddamn
done that too.
emergency. It's like, then you're just there. It's like, well, here we are.
Yeah.
This is how we're doing
Put it
this.
down.
As
Let's
it's
go.
touching the water and I'm just chitting that way. But that's what I'm saying. Just as you walk in the bathroom, just kind of glance over as you close the door. Oh, I gotta close this.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
See, I will die on that fucking hill. Because if
That-
I have to put it up after you go to the fucking bathroom,
Damn.
that's fucking
Now-
equality at its best, motherfucker.
The difference is. The difference
I call it
is.
survival of the fittest,
Well,
okay?
The difference is
You
most
either
of the
make it or you
time.
don't. You're either in it or you're not.
Most of the time, when you have a house full of dogs, like we do, most of the time the lid and the upper lid goes down.
Right.
Keep
Keep your dogs
everything
out.
closed.
Keep everything closed. So then everybody closes everything, and there's not a fight. So fuck it,
I just
compromise.
keep the door closed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But we can't because of Suki.
Well, yeah, I know. Her safety blanket is the bathtub.
Yeah, that's our Doberman. She has PTSD, and her safety blanket's the bathtub.
Aw.
All right,
You
next.
know what? You know what? We all need to make a list of shit women shouldn't do.
Dude, yes.
Please do.
I'm all over that.
This one is just me be obsessed with Marvel movies.
Why? I mean, they've gone way downhill since Marvel first started.
They
I
really
just
are.
I don't want to sit through the
Is it Marvel movies in general or like comic book movies?
I
No,
know.
just Marvel movies, like the whole Endgame and everything.
Yeah, because DC is
So
cool.
that's the Avengers movies.
Yeah, pretty much.
So
Tired of hearing about it.
Chad Boseman's gone and Marvel went downhill. Is there any correlation there?
I think there
Look, all I'm
probably
saying
is.
is when Deadpool 3 comes out,
I'm glad I didn't.
I'm gonna
say
binge
that.
watch 1, 2, and 3 back to back to back.
Yep.
Because
No, what I was gonna say, way worse.
Share.
What are you
No.
gonna say?
Why you even say you're gonna say it if you ain't gonna say it?
Just say it.
Then why'd
You
you say
already
anything at
started,
all?
just fucking
No, whatever
say
the
it.
fuck I was gonna say is already gone. It doesn't make sense in my head now that I'm thinking about it. I missed. There were contexts that I had
See, now I done
that it went
forgot.
away, and I was like,
I
that-
forget Dad has dementia, so let's hype your skill sets up more than they actually are, whether it's sex, work, or building, fixing something.
I'll go with that.
Oh,
I'll go with
Lord.
that. I agree with that one.
I'm very good.
The bullshit meter. Yeah.
Yes.
The bullshit meters.
And
Yeah.
it's pretty dramatic.
All that I'm
sometimes.
gonna say is, if I'm not the greatest plumber in Lawton, I'm definitely my favorite.
You know, kill Boston.
All I'm gonna say is when it comes to sex, I will talk a great game, and there's a 60-40 chance I'm gonna make good on it. I don't know what to tell you on the other 40%.
But guys like
Hey.
Kielbasa were horrible about that.
I will think I'm amazing.
Yeah, fuck
Your
yeah.
opinion, meh.
Hey, I don't remember which comedian said it, but sex is like a drag race. You know, guys are like drag cars, women are like diesels. Takes you guys a long time to get going. Guys can get there real fast.
Hey, I'm just gonna
We
say,
win.
Or
I'm just
women
gonna
are
say-
like crock pots, men are like microwaves.
Exactly.
if I had an hour with somebody, there's gonna be at least 58 minutes worth of video games.
But he's honest about it.
Hold the front door. I gotta ask a very legitimate question. I might be intoxicated right now, and I do not mean to offend you, because I don't know you. However, are you single?
No, I'm not.
His wife likes video games too.
Okay.
She's like, I've already said it takes me 3 with the machine. So.
That's what I was thinking, actually. Woo! Next.
Sorry.
Next
question.
Wear 2 tone shirts that allows just the bottom of the belly to show. You either gotta do a crop top or wear a proper shirt.
Why not a motherfucking goddamn crop top?
Hey, I'm from
I'm
the
gonna
80s.
tell you right now, as a dude that is one of those weird, awkward, big sizes, some shirts are really hard to fucking find.
I can feel that with pants because I have long legs.
Yeah.
Shit, clothes are hard to find, period, for me.
Yeah, I mean, you take most of the people in this room
Yeah, we're not normal size.
because just the average size clothing is so fucking.
Okay, coming from the guy that has to shop in the children's section.
Right.
Yeah, but he's
Let's
gotta
not
shop in
talk
the
about
adult
monkey
grown-up
arms.
children's sections.
I'm sorry, I got orangutan
I mean-
arms.
Right.
Yeah,
Take
arms,
the
my
fucking
legs,
shirt
my
that
long
I'm
Same.
legs.
wearing
Yeah.
right
I
now,
do too.
for instance.
And if it fits
It
my
does
chest,
not fit
it's
anywhere but the
doesn't
arm.
fit my arms.
You know.
All right, next.
Long.
That's, I'm the same way when it
Come right
comes to
now, come
that.
on.
Because, like,
She
a
wants me
4X
to do
for me
this.
Come on.
fits in the chest and the arms,
We gotta do this.
She wants me to show
but
her
it's,
how long
it's
my
way
arms
too
are.
Okay.
fucking.
Come on.
Like, it's way too
We're about the
obscure.
same height, too.
Damn, you are almost.
I'm like, okay, come on.
Yep.
Back to back, hold on. I'm a female.
It doesn't, I mean.
I'm
Put
a
up,
female.
put up both arms.
Angeline,
Put up.
He
put
still has an
both arms.
entire hand length over you.
Does he?
Yeah.
I'm just saying, for a woman, it's very. I call myself
So
an
this is
orangutan.
Put your arm
That's
out.
how
I really do call myself
Put
an
your
orangutan.
arm
out
out.
like
Just
that.
put your arm out straight.
there you go.
Okay? Can you touch my shoulders?
Yeah. Oh, hold on.
She's
And he can grab the back of your head like that.
I call myself an orangutan because for a female trying to find any clothes, I mean, so a jacket or a shirt that fits me, you know, long sleeve,
Fit your trunk.
it goes down to like about here.
Right.
Yep.
Legitimately, I'm like, hello, orangutan. So that's really awesome that you said that because I've considered myself
all
an
my
orangutan
jeans are just
forever.
capris.
So that's why you're rocking the vest tonight.
Yeah, yeah,
I saw the vest, I was like,
yep.
that's weird. Okay, cool.
What do you got next?
Explaining how a whole assembly works or works together when I ask one simple question.
I will say.
Like, what are we talking about?
Okay, I will tell you this, and because I 100% I believe that most women don't understand this. If we take the time to explain to you how the whole thing works, it's because we give a shit about you.
Because we give a shit.
We
Well,
care.
right, I get that.
If I don't give a fuck about you and you want to know how something works or how this part works, be like, this does this to this.
Bam.
And then fuck off.
Done.
Press
Bye.
the on button.
If we take the
Yeah.
time to
Is it
explain
plugged
how
in?
it works, it's because now you have sparked one of our interests and we know how that shit works. Now we're excited to share it because you have now asked that question.
And we care
Yeah.
about you.
And
So
we
4
want
steps turns into 27.
Yes.
So,
Got you.
But we do that with
But
each other
that's-
too.
it's the whole
Okay.
deal
It's
of.
not just women. We do that with each other.
It's the whole deal of somebody that I care about asked a question about something that I enjoy fucking with.
Oops, yep.
Humble.
Yep.
So what's the next
All guys
question?
are autistic, I got it.
You were not wrong.
Yeah. Most of us are on the spectrum.
You can't give weak ass handshakes to women.
Yeah, I don't.
What is
Okay,
that?
so there.
Wait,
The-
they're like-
that either means
The fish,
that
they're like
the
this.
fish
you
handshake.
think
Yeah,
that
no.
I'm a
No.
weak
It's-
woman,
Yeah.
And
so you
actually,
don't respect me at
I
all.
prefer
So-
a real
right,
handshake.
right.
Oh.
So a lot of us were taught, growing up from dad, grandpa, great grandpa,
Yeah.
you base your handshake on the other person.
On the other person, correct.
So if you, as a woman, if you shake my hand and you give
Right,
me,
this is how I would.
This is
Okay.
the worst.
so for me, like, I'm gonna give
I'm
you
good for
a
a
basic, like that's a basic handshake. That's
Right.
just barely squeezing my hand.
You
As
know
a
what the
man,
worst
it's
is? Here,
just a
hold on.
little bit
Let me
harder.
show you the worst.
but-
The worst that a man does for me, and mind you, I'm a bartender, so
Right.
I unfortunately have to introduce myself to many men during the day. They're like this.
I hate that shit.
I'm like, are you
God,
fucking
that's
serious?
weird. They think there's some weird
I
French
don't
diplomat
know
or some
you.
shit.
Get the fuck out of here.
But the weak handshake part, a lot of that comes from, you know, the older generation that you base your handshake on the other person. You try to be respectful, not dominant in that
Right.
because you're just meeting somebody.
I
But
know.
what
But-
does happen in today's society with younger men, because like I said, I'm 49, younger men, is I will meet someone and get this handshake from another man.
No.
But
Are
so
you
that's the
kidding
thing.
me?
I don't trust
Right.
you if you shake my hand like that.
But so I think, I don't know, tell me if I'm wrong. But I think from a woman's standpoint, I really truly think a strong handshake from a man lets you know that they're going to be dominant. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Not like, I'm going to overpower you, but like,
Assertive.
yes, exactly. Like, I know what I got going on. Not,
I can
I'm questioning
understand
myself right now.
I can see that from that side of it, but you also, for some of us, like, I know the four of us in this room have very good handshakes. We have a hell of a lot of grip strength just from what we've done in life.
Yeah.
And like if I was actually just like a man, like that's just barely closing. That's barely closing my hand.
That's even as a
Like
woman.
anytime a
Same.
dude tries to do the like, oh, I'm a big dick, it's like, I'll break your fucking hand, motherfucker.
Right.
I exploded a beer bottle.
No,
in
I
my
just
hand.
don't want you to be all like she said with the kissing
Yeah,
and the
that's
don't
no,
be all weak.
and
with
that's
it.
just somebody being
Right.
fucking weird at that.
Yeah.
That's what my grandpa called the fish shake.
Yeah.
It's you're
Yeah,
shaking.
it's a dead fish,
dead
limp-wrist
fish.
bullshit.
Yeah, it's the
Yeah.
fish shake. It's the.
Yep.
Yeah. A lot of the like the weak handshakes, a lot of that does come from how we were raised, because you have bigger hands for a female. I mean, you both do, but even still, I've got big fucking hands. So it's your nails. We're about a.
I'm talking about my finger.
Your nails.
My finger. My fingers are
You got
like
about an inch or two.
I call them baseball mitts. That's what I call my hands.
About the same.
I call them baseball mitts.
Yeah, you
We're
guys
the
are
same.
about
Yeah.
identical.
Yep.
So, but like even for a lot of guys, like I've got such big hands, they can't get a good grip. So you can tell. But for a female, if they can't get it, you don't know, because and now, especially nowadays, females don't do the whole lot of like a full-on handshake because it's just become weird for women to do it for some fucking reason.
And that's what I was trying to do with Lauren is, we shake. There you go. That's a handshake. That's a handshake. It's even women at times will do that. Do the half like here, and I'm like, and I'm trying to get like, oh my
Get back here.
God
it's
damn.
weird for me. That's why I don't ever close my hand until you stop moving.
Yeah.
Like once you have stopped moving, then that's when I will initiate my actual handshake. Because I don't know if you're gonna go here.
Lauren, your
or
hand is
here,
fucking cold.
Yeah,
What
your
are you
hand's-
doing?
It's because it was sweaty,
Yep.
and then the
You have a sweaty
thing.
ball.
Where did Bash go?
He's on the phone outside.
yeah.
Somebody go.
Oh, okay, cool.
So next.
Phone right.
Bash, come back
It
to
was
bed.
the boss. It was the boss. It was the boss.
No, the warden. The warden.
The other one is be a fuckboy but not make intentions clear. Just let me know if you want to fuck, bitch.
Oh!
100%.
Tired of the back and forth.
First off, that does go both ways, though.
It does.
Yeah.
It really does.
That is 100%.
But guys like to romance
equality.
women.
No. I get to
A
a
lot
certain
of the
point.
time.
If we're gonna fuck, we're gonna fuck. If we're not, then I'm gonna go pick on somebody else.
See now, guys my age now, they'll tell you that they love you and shit like that.
Yeah, it's so
And
bad.
ghost you.
Within 2 fucking days, not even having sex with them, they're like, "Oh, I want you to be my wife." Like, you don't know even anything
That's
about
the
me.
problem. Part of the problem
Like,
with
two
our
fucking days.
society.
And you know, I've had other men tell me that because obviously I'm in Lawton, Oklahoma, that it has to do with military men. I'm like, I don't give a fuck because there's non-military men that have told me the same exact thing.
Didn't you just have-
We ain't even had sex.
Didn't you just have that story that you told me about the other day?
100%. You can look through my phone. Here you go. Here it is. Go ahead
I
and
mean, I
look for it.
believe you.
I'm like,
Yeah, I'm not going through your
Yeah.
I
phone.
don't give a shit about looking through the phone.
Nope.
yeah. So if you just want to fuck, say something. You know, you ain't gotta.
Hey,
be
can
on
we
the
be
mouth.
friends with benefits? I love friends with benefits.
We don't even gotta be
100%.
friends with benefits.
Just
Like, can we
be
just
everywhere.
have benefits and then not speak to each
Right.
other until we want to? Like, I don't give a fuck.
As long as
I'm
it's
just gonna
clean
say-
and safe.
Let's
Let's
define
do
the
this.
benefits because the vision program I've got at work is garbage. So
Right?
I've been in. Actually, a lot of us have. He's not, but a lot of us have been in the biker lifestyle or the club life. Like for me, my entire adulthood. When the doctor looks at me and says, "Well, how many women do you think you slept with?" he
Fuck,
says,
I don't know.
30. I'm like, times 10.
Ain't nobody knows.
No exaggeration.
Times 10.
No bullshit. Because
Right.
you go to an event.
Mhm.
You you ride to California with the brothers, and there's women, and shit happens, and I haven't heard from those. I could have a kid out there. I don't know.
Right.
It does happen. So
I'm telling you right now, if you're going to another country and not trying to get laid, you're doing it fucking wrong.
You're doing it wrong. You're visiting it in a whole different wrong manner.
I agree.
And then I just have one more, which is just pertains to me usually, because people think this about me on dating apps. Think goth is colored hair and piercings. I am not your big titty goth girl.
True.
Okay.
Very true.
Yeah,
And
because most of your generation doesn't actually know what goth is.
Yeah.
That has gotten pretty diluted in the.
It really has.
In the last few years.
It really has.
So.
Hey, good
And they're
list.
like, oh, you're so goth. And I'm
Anything
like,
you
"Oh,
want
I
to add to
am?"
that list before she puts it away?
In trouble?
What?
Do you have one or two you want to add to the list before she puts it away?
Like
Well,
I said, I really think she probably touched
I'm gonna
on
correct what Drax
biggest
said.
ones
Are you
for
in
me.
more trouble than when you left?
just stay out of a chick's inbox. Like, there's no reason for the, hey, what's up? Where are you from? Like, if you really want to know, or you really are seriously interested in getting to know a woman,
She went,
like, look at who you're trying to talk to, because most of the information you're trying to engage with her is already there.
Yep.
Why don't you start with something like, say she likes to read whatever fucking novel, I don't know. It's on her page, I guarantee you.
I'm so-
Go look, do your
I'm so
research.
tired of the, do you really do stand-up?
Right.
No, I just have pictures of me on stage with a mic for no fucking reason.
100%.
I paid
You know what
somebody
I mean?
to set that stage up.
Yeah, we just set it up and then I stuck the mic up my pussy. I don't know. Like,
It's fucking retarded. Like, common sense will tell you. Do a little bit of research before you ask some just outlandish questions that you should already know the answers to.
So what they're saying
you're
is
trying to get to know
just
somebody.
if you're not trying to get to know it, just open up with, look, can I tongue punch your fart box? Like,
Yes, 100%.
Like, can we do
Right.
this, or should we just
Yep.
not waste our time?
Yep.
can I
Let's
bite
do
your
that.
wrist and then just booyah ya? I mean, that's all there is to it.
What? Okay.
I got what
I
I
need
said.
an I need
It all
an
makes sense.
explanation.
You know what I mean.
It all made sense, yes.
I'm sorry. I'm just gonna be
just
like,
be
do you
clear
like
with the
food?
intentions,
Yeah.
you know?
Do you
Actually,
like food?
the
'Cause I
wrists
just like
are in
to
an
eat.
erogenous zone, whether you realize
Like,
it or not.
I get
The inside
that.
of the
I
wrist
understand
here,
that. but
Behind
can
the
I,
knees are too.
Can I
believe it
bite
or not.
your wrist and
Behind the knees,
booyah ya?
So. Booyah ya! Booyah, baby!
That is just as bad as boom goes the dynamite when it comes back in.
That should be like, do you like pancakes or waffles?
Not blueberry waffles. Let's just make this all clear. Nobody should enjoy
blue waffles.
blueberry waffles. Don't Google it. I swear you'll probably puke.
It's fake.
It's blue
The
waffle.
blue waffle, it's fake.
The blue waffle.
It's blue waffle.
It's fake. I know what it is. It's fake.
Yeah, it's fake.
Oh my goodness.
We just ruined. we
Even
just
if
ruined
I'm
it.
just telling you, the mental image is
We
not
can have a
worth
shot.
it.
It's getting close to time to.
So
Okay.
what
shut
I'm
the
gonna say is,
episode down.
even if it's not fake, they have already changed that. We tried to break a fucking apprentice with it, and it's gone.
So, I have one to say that we can add to the list, and this comes from a guy because I hate sitting and trying to play wingman with my friends. Okay, now wait. When the guy walks up to a woman that has zero self-awareness, like no clue about themselves, and they're trying to mac on a woman, and I'm like, there's no fucking way I can help you, man. I can't be wingman 1, 2, 3, or 6 because you have no self-awareness.
What are you doing? Why are you looking this up right now?
Because he said it was gone. I'm trying to make sure.
No, it's not gone. It's not. It's disgusting.
It's a fake though.
You must have some like block
But
filters
also-
on your thing. It's gross.
My brothers have a lot of self-awareness, so I don't have to worry about that generally anymore.
Right.
But I am tired of seeing guys do that with zero self-awareness.
100%.
If you stink, you stink. Don't walk up to me and try and mac on me if I'm pretty and you stink.
Yeah.
Have some self-awareness.
you stanky bitch.
So-
You stanky bitch.
So I do have a question for you.
Okay.
You mentioned earlier that you were kind of self-conscious growing up and everything like that.
I am a
What broke
fucking
you out of your
ugly,
shell
short
as
little
you grew
motherfucker.
into your adulthood to
And I
get
don't
to
have
this
a single
point?
problem
Good question.
So
walking up to the hottest chick in the bar and going, "Hey babe, can I get your number?"
that's where it's at. So
There's
a
between
little bit
confidence and
deeper
douchebaggery.
is I had a lot
I have
of
douchebaggery, I have
sexual
confidence,
trauma
we're
growing
not
up
saying.
as a child, and therapy helped me through that. And what comes along with that is like most of the time when people have been through trauma like that, they either spiral one way or the other. Either they're very repressed or
Did you give me another?
you know they just don't give 3 fucks.
Grab
So
me one more.
that's basically where it came from. Is that you know I. And a lot of, like I said, between my therapy and a lot of self-reflection and self-talk and being self-taught, you know, it don't matter if I'm 328 pounds. I'm still a beautiful person inside. You know, somebody will love me regardless. And not only that, but of course want to see me online, because let me tell you, there's a lot of massively big, beautiful women online. Let me tell you, and they know how to work it. So, you know, why not just love who I truly am? That's basically where it came from.
Oh, that's good.
Well,
That's
good. That was a damn good question. Thank you, sir. Actually, that
Where
was
do
a damn
you
good
draw
question.
the line of the whole BBW and confident, sexy, bigger girl and just
Oh my God.
piece of shit?
The
The
Destroyer.
thing is that when it comes to the sex industry, is that it doesn't matter if you're 700 pounds. Somebody's attracted to that.
I get that.
Do you know?
I get that.
Are you sure?
But there is still a difference
understand
between
that, but
there
there is still a
and
difference.
nasty.
But no, see, so the thing is
weight limit
it
on the
doesn't
ring.
matter, for me, it doesn't matter about weight. And I'm just going to keep it real. Now, as far as getting to know somebody on a personal level, that's a whole nother ballgame.
And I can see that.
Now-
and I'm talking
now
just on the straight physical portion
The
of it.
thing that you just showed me, what did you guys call it? What did
The
you
Destroyer.
call
The
that?
Gorlock the Destroyer?
Yes. Now that
Internet
is
has
a
dubbed
fine
that, but it's not our
line.
name.
Not has anything to do with weight. That has to do with. I'm not sure if it's a man or a woman.
I mean, that is
Attitude.
that is the
Do you know what I'm
self-confidence.
saying?
Personality.
I
That's
don't
the
know.
self-confidence of an Indian man on the internet. Some random bot picture is what that fucking thing
So
has.
what I'm gonna say here, she is leagues above most of us in this room.
That you are a far better person than most of us sitting in this fucking room.
Why?
For sure, with how you answered that. We had this conversation
okay,
not
so-
long ago. There was our conversation started. There was this travel influencer that was bitching because the airplane seats weren't too big for her fat ass.
Weren't
Yeah.
big enough.
Yeah.
We went
she
off.
needed
Yeah,
the
they
seatbelt
weren't. They weren't.
We
big
went
enough.
off.
Okay.
They needed
yeah.
seatbelt extenders, and she's a relatively healthy person, other than just being a lazy piece of shit.
Okay, so when it comes to stuff like that, my perception is this: is that if you need accommodations because you are a larger human being, why the fuck is it everybody else's problem?
Right. That's one of the things
If you
we
need
did say.
accommodations, then you bring your own accommodations. Do you know what I'm saying?
And I can-
because
as-
you know you need
I'm
those
a fucking.
accommodations.
I'm a giant of a person. Apparently, I get that. Riding on planes is not comfortable for me.
Put an extra
It's
gallon,
not.
I guess.
I rode on one, and
But-
I was
I'll throw
16
it away.
triple shackles.
You know, I'm an almost 400-pound man, but I'm also fucking 23% body fat at almost 400 pounds. I can point out 6 people in this fucking town that are 290 pounds that are like 80% fucking body fat
Right,
that are 6 times wider than me.
right,
There comes a line, like there's a point.
right,
Once you're just fucking big
right.
and you're just a lazy piece of shit.
100%. I
Right.
don't know. I just am like, you know, we were all, every creature on this world, we are here to quote unquote procreate. Okay? So it doesn't matter if you're a spider, a snake, a human, a cat, a dog, whatever the fuck it may be, a rabbit, whatever. That's like in our internal well-being. Do you know what I mean? And some of us are a little bit more sexual than others on a regular basis.
Right.
You know, but I think if people really honestly, what is the word? Just accepted the fact that sex is a thing, we all have sex, and become okay with sex, then there wouldn't be such things as people cheating on each other.
Right.
There wouldn't be such things as, you know, oh, my man's watching so much porn, he won't have sex with me.
There
Nah,
didn't used to be either.
Human beings are not a monogamous
100%.
creature.
You're very correct.
That's a more modern
Yeah.
concept.
Yes.
Monogamy is a very new thing. Human beings are not monogamous creatures.
1,000,000%. So the way that I like in my personal lifestyle, I'm perfectly content with 7 husbands
I need
and
this
2
fucking
wives.
shot
I am
before it
very
gets hot.
bisexual to a T. So
You'll need one after this one.
I mean, I'm gonna need another one after this one as well. But
There you go.
I was concerned for a moment.
We'll report into mine.
ta-da!
I'm
Well,
just kind of
finish up-
wishing I
finish
would
up
have
your
gotten your
statement. I think
text
that's gonna be
earlier,
pretty
and then we could
close.
have some real shots.
but I'm not, you know, your normal human when it comes
Just
to
check your
thinking
phone while
in
you
regards
drive where
to
everybody
sex.
else does.
But I really think
Yeah, I received
that if people
his text.
seriously just accepted sex
no
as a
parking.
part of our who we are as human
That checks
beings.
out.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And not put these horrible
You could've
stigmas
just
upon it.
Driven the fuck off.
You know what I mean? Like
too
as far
hungry.
as like I said,
Fair.
um,
I'll give you that one.
like I said, I'm just cool with 7 husbands and 2 wives, but I'm as bisexual as they humanly get, and I am perfectly okay with sharing. I believe that everybody deserves love. I believe that everybody deserves happiness
And
if-
attention.
right. And if I ain't making you happy the way that you need to be fulfilled, I'll love you. We can still do our thing, but I mean, go find your happiness, you know?
Right.
And I think that's a huge problem is people want to have so much control and empowerment over one another. But in reality, that person that has 99% of the time so much empowerment and control of one other human being is the one that's out there cheating on that one other person that they want so much power and control over.
Hey, we
Kabam! And holy shit!
You know what I'm saying? So it's like, what the, like, just accept the fact that you're okay with how you're living your life, and accept the fact that it should be okay with how they want to live their life. Happiness and love. That's what I swear by.
We're not laughing at you. We have had a conversation recently on an episode actually that was very similar, and you as a woman from outside our group is backing up that conversation. That's what we're going crazy about.
1,000,000%. I
Yep.
truly believe that. I really do.
Because you're not a part of our group. I'd like you to come back more often
Hey,
because I think this
Rex.
has been awesome.
I vote for a replacement of Spaz.
You are off on Tuesday.
The pretty one.
What's Spaz?
Spaz was our very first female co-host.
Oh,
And
Came
now we got Mud, and get closer to, even out the twigs and berries to
Like a full bar. Like a full
Ditches.
bar.
I'm just going to
Trees
say
and berries.
this because I know a lot of shit that I say gets fuckered off. No, I am not at all talking about replacing you. You're fucking stuck here. Deal with it.
Oh yeah, your family.
Yeah,
Love,
till
love.
you just start ghosting us and don't respond and stop showing up.
But we have also talked about adding another female
We have.
so that
Right.
you're not the only one.
We're
Yeah.
off on Tuesdays.
I vote for Angeline.
I vote.
I am.
You
It's
are
up
off
for
on
you.
Tuesdays.
It's up to you.
Well, Mud,
That might
just saying,
expedite
remember
things.
you're supposed to text back within 2 seconds.
I am the worst about that. So for me to put that on my list is kind of fucked up.
It's
I
funny.
want
It's
you
funny.
to text me immediately, but I'll reply in like 2 to 3 business
The funniest
days.
thing about that is when we did our little
Mine were like
bullshit
5
on
to 7.
when we did our bullshit on Twitch, I could see her live on Twitch and she'd fucking type something and I'd respond and I'd go back to doing what I'm doing, and then 10 minutes later still didn't get anything. It's like, we gonna do the thing, or like we gonna go live? Like, not live, but like we gonna make this fucking recording or not? It's like we were gonna do some reaction video shit. It took 2 hours to get the fucking recording going.
I mean, the offer's been made by us. If you can handle it, even if you can't do it every Tuesday, if you want to do it like twice a month or 3 times a month, that's up to you.
I
should
can't
most
be here
likely
every
be able-
time because of work. So.
Okay.
You're
I
off
should
on
most
Tuesdays.
likely be able to handle it.
Just it's up to you. You can let us know. Talk to Drax. Let Drax know.
Yeah, let us
And
know.
if you don't respond in 2 seconds, you know where it's gonna end.
Whatever.
I'll be bitching you out.
Right? That's what you're gonna do. It's like, he didn't respond. You're gonna text Mud. It's like, he didn't respond to me. You bitch at him.
Does that categorize him as a fuckboy, or what is going on right now? Because he's not responding.
This is bullshit. This is blasphemy. I
don't know.
said this in my
I don't know.
list.
Is he a
I'll be like, we can
fuckboy?
drive by his house.
Neither one of you guys know where I live.
No, you're right.
I can figure it out.
Like, you guys
I
would have
think
to
it's
drive
close.
by here.
It's close by the college, but I'm not 100% sure.
You're right. It is within 3 miles of the college.
But
And you know what else?
it's only a
within 3
mile.
miles of
It's
the
a
college?
The
It's-
entire
it's-
city of Lawton.
Your house. So,
it's 1.2 miles from here.
Man,
yeah, 1.2 miles in a certain direction.
In any direction.
everybody knows where I live, and if they don't, they can find it really easy.
It's not hard.
No,
It's not
I don't.
hard.
my fucking work truck screams.
Yeah. Well, I think we're gonna call it
I think
for
we got
this
it.
episode. We're gonna talk more and see if we have a second female host. And we're gonna go live on Clapper. So for you guys that are listening to this now, you fucking missed it. So
Clap on.
Thank you very
Clap
much for
off.
coming.
Come in, yeah.
Clap on.
Thank you very much for coming.
yep.
Really
Thank you very
appreciate being
much.
here.
Thank you.
And what do your spiel on
Just
where
say
you
your
can be
shit again.
found.
Plug yourself
Your
one more
information.
time.
Your
Shameless
plug.
Find
plug.
me
Thank you, plug.
on OnlyFans at Kakes KAKES _live.
Any
Find me
other
there.
medias you got used?
Oh, you can basically find me anywhere and everywhere. Kakes _live. Yep.
So
Anywhere and
that's
everywhere.
Twitter, Twitch,
Everywhere.
TikTok.
The
OnlyFans.
TikTok.
Tic-tac. Ticky-tacky.
Sick.
Yes, everywhere. That's where you can find me.
There you go. Well,
Thanks for listening.
that's it. We're out of here.
Deuces.
Goodbye.